in the tempestuous arena of discourse, where the clash of ideologies echoes like ancient warriors wielding verbal weapons, Abba from Abba, and preach storms the gates of the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Yes, hi guys. So, sorry, I've been waiting for a while. So basically, I really like your content, right? But, I mean, you're helping men and all that kind of stuff. That's great, right? The problem I have is why do you bring white people to come and say the N-word on your podcast? Like, that really, it just really bugs me. Like, why do you just let that slide? Like, I don't understand it.
Because that's reality, bro. Like, I'm just going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. I've never heard a white girl actually say it on our show, but it's typically the Spanish girls, and you might not be able to tell the difference because they might look Caucasian on air. But, bro, if you live in Miami, New York City, any major city, like LA, whatever, Hispanics regularly use that term. It is what it is, bro. Like, I mean, you listen to Fat Joe or some shit, you know what I'm saying? They just say it. It is what it is. It's, like, very common. So I don't even, like, at this point, it's not even something that I even, like, you know, noticed like that because it's just so common in places like Miami, etc. So for us to like sit here and try to police that, you guys wouldn't get as raw of a a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Obviously we check it every now and then when it's like excessive, but for the most part, bro, this is the reality of how so many women talk and operate. So
all right, it's reality, right? Fine.
Yeah, it's reality, my man.
Let me get this straight. Your podcast is open to white people coming on and saying the N-word. That's fair.
Spanish.
Okay.
They're Hispanic.
They look white to me.
Okay, that's fine. But I mean,
that's your perception.
That's your perception, but they're Hispanic, bro.
We live in Miami.
Yeah.
So if a white person was to come on and say the N-word, would you check them? I mean, it would seem unfair.
They don't. I don't even have to do it. They don't. They just don't say it.
Yeah, because they're white.
They just don't say it, bro.
And that'll be on them.
But but would you draw the line there?
Well, actually, it's funny because if we bring someone on the podcast, right, and they have and that's their opinion, that's their preference to say those words, why am I going to get mad at it?
And this is the importance. I've always said this too, guys. Like, this is why I always say, you know, the world doesn't owe you understanding, and you can't get mad at like people, because some people are inherently biased. Some people are racist. Some people just tend to, not speak properly. It is what it is. Like, everyone is different. So you can't sit there and get triggered by people in general, because the only thing you could really do is control your emotions and just deal with it, because people are not going to be educated or intelligent enough to hold a conversation or say certain things properly. It is what it is. This is the world that we live in, bro.
The long-standing enmity between these factions takes center stage as Abba, veiled in vocal disguise like the mythical Odysseus concealing his identity, confronts Fresh and Fit on a contentious matter, the use of the N-word by white individuals. As the debate unfolds, Myron, the helmsman of Fresh and Fit, channels the spirit of historical orators, weaving a tapestry of justification for the linguistic liberties permitted on their platform. With the deftness of an ancient sophist, Myron invokes the melting pot cities of Miami and New York, portraying them as cultural crucibles where linguistic norms are as fluid as the currents of the ancient Tiber. The allusion to rapper Fat Joe becomes Myron's rhetorical battering ram, a historical precedent deployed to legitimize the linguistic landscape of Fresh and Fit. In invoking this modern-day troubadour, Myron asserts that language is a living organism, evolving in the crucible of urban life, where boundaries are as permeable as the city walls of Troy. Myron's stance on policing language reflects a Machiavellian pragmatism, a recognition that the Sisyphean task of controlling the linguistic currents is as futile as attempting to harness the unpredictable winds that guided the sails of ancient seafarers. His argument hinges on the acceptance that language, much like the whims of Fortuna, remains beyond the grasp of dictatorial authority. The questioning gaze of Abba pierces the rhetorical fog as he probes the boundaries of permissibility in the linguistic realm. Myron, an oratorical titan, asserts the sovereignty of individual opinion and preference. The echoes of philosophical relativism resonate through his words, akin to the ancient sophists who posited that truth is subjective, molded by personal experiences and perspectives. Abba's interrogation of where Myron draws the line thrusts the conversation into murkier waters, revealing the philosophical undercurrents beneath the linguistic debate. Myron, in his response, conjures the ghost of Socrates, emphasizing the autonomy of individuals to express their opinions, even if those opinions collide with prevailing societal norms. Myron's declaration that the world owes no one understanding aligns with the Stoic philosophy that champions individual responsibility in navigating the turbulent seas of existence. In the Stoic Colosseum, emotions become gladiatorial combatants, and Myron, with Stoic resolve, urges individuals to accept that the arena of discourse may not always be a bastion of enlightenment. In navigating the linguistic currents, Myron, akin to a modern-day Diogenes roaming the philosophical agora, grapples with the complexities of cultural assimilation. The accusations, like Socratic queries, probe the depths of his authenticity and challenge the congruence between his Sudanese heritage and the linguistic boundaries he deems acceptable within the cultural crucible of fresh and fit. The whispers of Myron's low tolerance for white individuals invoking the N-word unfold as an Icarian flight, wherein the wings of cultural assimilation may be scorched by the unforgiving sun of societal expectations. The dichotomy between ancestral roots and contemporary engagement becomes an existential tightrope, traversed with the trepidation of ancient acrobats in the grand circus of identity. As we delve into the historical echoes, the complexities of linguistic permissibility mirror the cultural amalgamation akin to the Silk Road, where diverse linguistic caravans traverse through the market of ideas. Myron, with Sudanese origins, stands at this crossroads, grappling with the linguistic spices and commodities exchanged in the bazaar of multicultural dialogue. The allegations against Myron become a modern-day Aesopian fable, where the foxes of perception sow seeds of discord. The idea that his Sudanese heritage might influence his views on language mirrors the fables where animals, symbolic of human traits, navigate moral quandaries. Myron, the protagonist, becomes a figure akin to Aesop's wise philosophers, contemplating the implications of linguistic choices in the grand amphitheater of cultural exchange. The allegations also echo the Persian proverb, "When a finger points to the moon, the imbecile looks at the finger." In scrutinizing Myron's Sudanese heritage as the lodestar of his linguistic stance, one risks overlooking the broader constellation of cultural influences and personal experiences that shape his nuanced worldview. As Myron steers the ship of linguistic discourse, the accusations against him become a Shakespearean drama, where the characters grapple with their own perceptions, biases, and the interplay between personal identity and communal expectations. In the Hamletesque soliloquy of cultural assimilation, Myron, the protagonist, contemplates whether it is nobler to bear the slings and arrows of linguistic latitude or to take arms against a sea of societal norms. The allegations against Myron, viewed through the lens of Sudanese ancestry, emerge as a socio-cultural tapestry, woven with threads of complex identities and historical resonances. In the grand symphony of human interaction, where cultural instruments play diverse melodies, Myron stands as a conductor navigating the harmonic complexities, orchestrating the dialogue between heritage and contemporary engagement in the auditory agora of fresh and fit. The notion that people harbor different biases, including racism, emerges as a sober acknowledgement of the human condition. Myron, like an ancient sage, counsels acceptance of this reality, urging individuals to don the armor of emotional resilience in the face of linguistic skirmishes. In the crucible of discourse, not everyone, he implies, will be a wise philosopher king articulating enlightened perspectives. As the rhetorical dust settles, Abba and Myron stand as modern-day gladiators in the Colosseum of ideas. The linguistic battlefield, adorned with the remnants of historical allusions and philosophical underpinnings, beckons the audience to ponder the complexities of linguistic freedoms, individual autonomy, and the acceptance of diverse perspectives in the grand tapestry of societal discourse.